Hello everyone, my name is TM Senior Ninja. Today, I want to talk about walking, and how it gave me my life back. Last year, at the age of 77, I experienced a moment I will never forget. I suddenly felt like I was going to collapse. I was dizzy, I couldn't breathe properly. In that dark moment, a cold and sharp fear of death washed over me. But it wasn't only fear for myself. A painful memory came back, my mother. Many years ago in Yokohama, she passed away alone. It took 4 days before anyone found her. Standing at the edge of that same fate, I made a decision. I would not let my story end in silence. From collapse to comeback. Today, in early 2026, I am 78 years old. I am not just surviving, I am thriving. I walk 10 kilometers every day. I sleep 6 hours continuously, without waking. And I am now preparing to run again. This is the story of how I restarted my life using artificial intelligence, the wisdom of Philippine superfoods, and a disciplined daily routine. My walking system. I am building a covered walking and jogging space on the rooftop of my building, with a canopy and roof. This allows me to walk anytime, in any weather. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. I walk on a 60-meter circular path, and I use the health app on my iPhone 17 to monitor how walking affects my blood pressure and overall health. During my walks, I also bend my body forward and backward. Do squats and push-ups. Stretch and breathe deeply. I noticed something important. After 7 to 9 kilometers, my body feels lighter, and walking becomes easier. On January 15, 2026, at 8 p.m., I walked 15.8 kilometers. I never walk straight for more than 3 kilometers at a time. After every 1 kilometer, I rest for 5 to 10 minutes. If breathing becomes difficult, even after 20 to 30 meters, I sit down, relax, and breathe deeply for several minutes. Almost always, after walking 1 kilometer, I need to urinate. And between 1 and 4 kilometers, walking helps me have a natural bowel movement. These are signals that my body is responding. Important disclaimer: I am not a doctor. This is only my personal experience. If you have health concerns, please consult your doctor. 50 years in the Philippines. To understand my recovery, you must understand my journey. I was born in Nakatsugawa City, Gifu Prefecture, Japan. I spent my youth in Osaka, Shimokitazawa, and commuting from Yokohama to university. I practiced karate and judo, which taught me discipline and mental strength. In my 20s, a trading assignment brought me to Manila. I never imagined then that the Philippines would become my home for the next 50 years. I obtained a quota visa, built several businesses, and worked in trade and translation between Japan and the Philippines. For decades, I focused on business. But business success does not protect your health. In my 70s, I realized my most important startup was no longer a company, it was my own longevity. AI, Nocturia, and the turning point. After my collapse, I turned to the most powerful tool available today, artificial intelligence. I used AI to analyze my health data, blood markers, daily habits, sleep patterns. One major problem was nocturia, waking up 4 to 5 times every night to use the crossing. For many senior men, this slowly destroys energy and recovery. AI helped me understand that this was not only a prostate issue, it was a circulation problem. So I started walking 10 kilometers every day. Walking pumps fluid out of the legs, preventing it from rushing to the kidneys at night. After 2 months, something incredible happened. I slept 6 hours straight, without waking once. My prostate inflammation settled. My energy returned. By using data, I took control of my biology. Food as medicine. Philippine superfoods. What fuels a 78-year-old future runner? The answer is found in the local markets of the Philippines. My kitchen is my pharmacy. Every day, I consume malunggay and kamote tops, the green gold of this country. Onions, garlic, and tomatoes, for arteries and prostate health. Pumpkin seeds, rich in magnesium for the heart and sleep. Pure cocoa powder, for brain health and circulation. Under medical guidance, I also take 5 milligrams of tadalafil daily. While many know it for other reasons, for me it supports vascular health and blood flow. This combination of nature and science made recovery possible in early 2026. Running toward the future. I am now transitioning from walking to running. I follow a 1 to 4 rule, 1 minute of light jogging, 4 minutes of walking. I am not racing anyone. I am racing the version of myself who collapsed last year. I hired a live-in maid so I am never alone, but my goal is not to need help. I want to remain the master of my own movement. My mother's memory no longer brings fear. It brings focus. Final message. If you are watching this and feel your best years are behind you, I am here to tell you. You are wrong. Whether you are in your 60s, 70s, or even 80s, the body can respond to discipline, movement, and data. Use modern tools like AI and medicine, but do not forget the wisdom of the earth. Like malunggay growing in your backyard. Walk until your legs feel strong. Then walk some more. I am TM Senior Ninja. A senior entrepreneur, a survivor, a lifelong student. Thank you for spending these 15 minutes with me. If this story helped you, please subscribe and join me on this journey. We are not just growing older. We are growing stronger. Let's keep moving forward. The runner who found a health revolution. There once was a woman named Mara. She was a school librarian in a busy city, and like many of her friends, she felt the weight of long days, stress, and sedentary routines. One afternoon, after stumbling over breathless stairs yet again, she decided to test something she had read in a science report. Running could transform her health. Motivated, she laced up her sneakers and stepped outside. What she didn't know was that this decision would start a chain of changes backed by world-class research. Anatomical heart first stride. Building a stronger heart. From her very first weeks of running, Mara noticed her breathing steadier and her heart feeling lighter. This wasn't just her imagination. Science shows that running strengthens the heart muscle, making it a more efficient pump and improving oxygen flow throughout the body. Researchers have found that slightly increasing your aerobic activity like running can significantly improve heart output and lower your resting heart rate, a strong predictor of long-term health. Over time, she learned that runners have lower risk of cardiovascular disease and live longer than non-runners. Large long-term studies showed that even short bouts of running, as little as 5 to 10 minutes a day, were linked to reduced risks of death from heart disease and other causes. Mara smiled at this. The little daily steps were building a fortress around her heart. Brain-mind in motion. Mood and memory. After a month, Mara realized running did more than strengthen her body, it cleared her mind. Bad days felt lighter. Tasks at work seemed easier. Recent scientific reviews show that even a single run, and especially sessions of about 10 minutes, can significantly boost mood and reduce anxiety and stress scores. At night, she slept deeper. Studies confirm that running helps regulate sleep cycles and improves sleep quality, which in turn supports memory and emotional balance. Running became her moving meditation. Microscope inside her cells, slowing down time. A few months later, Mara read a report about biological aging, a concept that measures how old your cells act, not just how many birthdays you've had. The study found that consistent jogging could preserve telomeres, the protective caps on chromosomes that slowly shorten with age. People who jogged regularly had significantly longer telomeres, suggesting a slowdown of cellular aging. Mara was stunned. She wasn't just fitter, she might actually be making her biological clock run slower. Stronger bones, better metabolism. Her running didn't stop at the heart and brain. Over time, it stimulated her bones and muscles too. Lab research shows that weight-bearing activity like running encourages bones to strengthen and helps maintain healthy blood sugar and cholesterol levels. Mara also learned that runners have higher concentrations of good cholesterol, HDL, and improved insulin sensitivity, both key to reducing risks of diabetes and metabolic disease. DNA immune boost and daily resilience. Every cold season, she found herself feeling less sick than her classmates. Science explains this too. Moderate running enhances immune circulation and cell activity that fights infection, lowering the likelihood of catching common illnesses. Her immune system was becoming a reliable ally, not a fragile defense. The long road, a balanced life. Years passed. Running became part of Mara's identity. not as a race against others but as a pathway to lifelong health. And she found that balance mattered. Too much, too fast, and she risked fatigue or injury. Just right, and her mind, heart, and body all thrived. She wasn't obsessed with records. Her daily runs, sometimes short, sometimes long, were her way of respecting her body. And that's what the best scientific reports suggest. Consistency beats intensity for most people's long-term health. Woman Running: Why Running Works, backed by science. Here's what the world's labs and research say running does for you. Growing heart boosts heart efficiency, lowers mortality. Even brief regular running reduces cardiovascular and all-cause mortality risk. Brain improves mood, reduces stress, enhances cognition. Even short runs can help mental health. Hourglass slows cellular aging, preserves telomere length, an indicator of younger cells. Red apple enhances metabolism, improves cholesterol profiles, blood sugar, and weight management. Microbe strengthens immunity, better immune cell circulation and pathogen defense. ZZZ supports sleep quality and recovery, aligns biological rhythms for deeper rest. Checkered flag: the finish line of the story. One morning, as Mara jogged through the park at sunrise, she paused to watch the light hit the trees. She felt grateful, not just for health, but for the journey running gave her. Each step had reshaped her life, backed by science and lived in her body. And as the research says, it's not just the long runs that matter, but the habit of showing up for yourself again and again. Today, I want to share a story about running and health. This is not just my personal experience, it is also supported by laboratory research and medical studies from around the world. I am not a doctor. I am simply sharing what I learned, what I practiced, and what changed my life. If you have health problems, please consult your doctor. 1. When the body sends a warning. There was a time when I believed walking and running were only for young people. I was wrong. One day, my body sent me a strong warning. I felt dizzy. My breathing became difficult. My heart felt unstable. At that moment, I felt something I had never felt before: the fear of death. Later, I learned that medical research shows many people ignore early signs of cardiovascular decline. According to large population studies from the American Heart Association and European cardiology labs, lack of regular aerobic movement is one of the strongest predictors of heart disease, stroke, and sudden collapse. That day, I decided, I must move, or my body will stop. 2. The first step: slow running, not speed. I did not start fast. I did not run long. I started with slow jogging and walking. World Health research, including studies published by Harvard Medical School, shows that even 5 to 10 minutes of slow running per day significantly reduces the risk of death from heart disease. This surprised me. You don't need marathons. You need consistency. As I ran slowly, my breathing changed. My heart rhythm became calmer. My resting heart rate slowly went down, something scientists recognize as a key marker of improved heart efficiency. 3. What happens inside the heart? Lab evidence. Laboratory studies using heart imaging and blood markers show that regular running strengthens the heart muscle, improves oxygen delivery to cells, lowers bad cholesterol, LDL, increases good cholesterol, HDL. These results have been confirmed in long-term cohort studies involving tens of thousands of runners across the US, Europe, and Asia. My doctor noticed changes too, not just how I felt, but measurable improvements. 4. The brain begins to heal. Something unexpected happened. My mind became clearer. I slept better. My anxiety decreased. My mood stabilized. Neuroscience research shows that running increases BDNF, a brain growth factor discovered in lab experiments. BDNF helps repair neurons, improves memory, and reduces depression. MRI studies from Europe show that people who run regularly have better blood flow to the brain, even in older age. I was not just training my legs. I was training my brain. 5. Running and blood pressure. Before running, my blood pressure was unstable. Global clinical trials show that aerobic exercise like running lowers systolic and diastolic blood pressure by improving blood vessel flexibility. In simple words, Running teaches your arteries how to relax again. Over time, my readings improved, not overnight, but steadily. Science confirms this. Small daily improvements accumulate into major health protection. 6. Slowing down aging at the cellular level. One of the most fascinating discoveries in modern medicine involves telomeres, protective caps on our DNA. Lab research from Nobel Prize-related studies shows short telomeres equals faster biological aging. Longer telomeres equals healthier aging. People who run regularly have longer telomeres than inactive people of the same age. That means running doesn't just add years to life, it adds life to years. 7. Immune system and disease resistance. I noticed I caught fewer colds. This is not coincidence. Immunology labs have proven that moderate running improves immune cell circulation, enhances infection-fighting response, reduces chronic inflammation. WHO reports confirm that physically active older adults have lower hospitalization rates and faster recovery from illness. Running became my daily vaccine for resilience.